Yeah, olwaleero tulina Arafat Usama agenda kuba tubuulira ebimukwata ku Arafat Usama musambi wa Kcca club alina ebikopo bya Uganda Premier League 2013 ate era musambi wa Uganda Cranes senior team kwasambira asambyeko ku CHAN asambyeko ku African qualifiers abadde samba eza AFCON ate era musambi wa Bugisu province abanyumirwa nyempaka za drum ate era yaliko musambi wa Masaza MVP wa Masaza nza 2-2 mugumu so tumukyazizako olunaku lwaleero agenda kuba babuuzaako.
First of all, I'm Usama Arafat and a born of Mbale. If you follow up drum, I've played for Bugisu province, and then that indicates where I'm from the eastern. Yeah, the best city in the eastern, I think, isn't it? Yes, I'm from Mbale, that's where I grew up from, and then elevated through the academies through CRO, Mbale Tigers, and then boom. All of a sudden, the game of football moves people. Tambola, and then you come here, come there, people don't know where you're from, and then you erupt. That's the game. It develops, and then you go somewhere else. And Vadamokunda Vanga, St. Mary's Stand, at school. Of course, there have been talks and then rivals, Kcca and whatever. No, if it's education, I give them respect. They give me something. That is through the doctor, Lawrence Murinda. That's big respect to him. And then boom, bantu badamokunda beera omurundi ogwoddako ngate ndi Masaza. After Masaza, Kcca. In brief, that's it. That's actually in brief. Then we'll transfer more about the life.
Naye waliko ku timu ya Kajansi United. Ya timu ya Kajansi United. Tusoko tubulire mukao ovotya ku Sierra Oze Kajansi then ogenze ku timu ya Kcca.
Well, from CRO, Nava from the academy, because it's a child restoration outreach project that was there. Abantu abamu abaludde mu mupiira, they can understand if I talk about CRO, Mbale Heroes, they know what happened. That's the pride of actually Mbale. Weogera ku Mbale Heroes, you're talking about CRO, those are teams that have been there, they've come to the league, and then they have performed very well. So when because I was still in the setup of school, I went at St. Mary's Stende, studied, and then I didn't get the breakthrough chance to go to the Vipers team. Then mu vacation yange kati bwe ngenda mochi bwenzanyira regional league side of Kajansi, part timing, pola it's I still have the game of football as a hobby. It has broken me down maybe a little bit. I felt like I should have been there with Kostwai Never Bobos in the same Watambala, but for them they had gotten the chance to get to the Vipers team, and then we hadn't. And just like a lot of players out there that abali kusomera, and they didn't get the chance to break through to the team, and then the game takes you wherever it wants. You go somewhere, against Wali, against them regional, against wa. So, and then Kajansi was just nearby. Enjoying it because that time nalimbera ne muganda wange watenga nga tubeera zana. Let me play the game a little bit. And for him, he had left the country. Nenzanya mu Kajansi, they then never seen abaliwo Mike Serumaga, top player. Omulaba n'ogamba yes, this is it for the game. Then lumaliriza kati wenyingira mu Kajansi, then I found a lot of friends abali mu soccer connection nga basamba omupiira. Then they introduced me to the Masaza tournament. Ngambiwulira, of course you hear Masaza. Ninga you don't have the correct view because ovudde mu kyalo ovudde sakala sebo bagala kujja. You understand the things. I don't know anything about it. Actually, I played one season and then I left. Nasanya season emande, it was a COVID era, nga tubeera mu Enjeru, fena all the teams around, ngantya n'okutya. Then I called my brother, by that time was in South Africa. Nemukubira nemugamba tugenda kusamba Masaza, ogenda samba Masaza ebi nabisambako nange because naye yali ekitende bali ne bafarukumia, they played those things, and it was a great exposure for me. Okay, genda kubera ku TV, go show out, because football is you're like a brand, you're like a product. Then niwobera product nunje tyanga you haven't marketed, nga tutadde mu market, you won't be sold out. Mutaja kubera musajja ali nenga tebamumanyi. So you have to play out in people to see you, they see, and then recognize and get a talent, who the talent you are. Then I say, this is a great opportunity, let me go. First season, MVP, most valuable player. Hey,
experience yali etya mu Masaza omulundi ogusoose okusamba
omulundi gwawe gwasooka okusamba because okuva nga nvudde Kitende one thing I actually appreciate about St. Mary's Kitende yantekamu eri feeling yokutegeera nti omupiira it's a business. You can get anything that you want out of soccer. You can be paid, you can get good money. Nga mzee yajja no president ajja kusomero n'abawa ku sente n'abawa bati nasasula abaana, they pay you to come to, it's like, okay, this is how things go. And then wabera ne muganda olaba it's paying off. Is the national team, they pay him money. Wojjukira nagamba si byakozannyamu buzannyi biri mu sente ate bw'okola obubi manya era waliwo consequences, you know. So ekyantekamu it is the negative effect. Osobola okuyisibwa obubi if you don't, because mentality here is top notch. If you don't win, you aren't friends. He will put everything on the table for you to win, but if you don't win, no. Yes, he will blast you straight away. Then if you win, nowhere agenda kumwezi, he will take you there. Yeah. So kati ekyo kyenafuna, and that's what I'm moving on right now, even up to now, because chikubera instilled mundamu gwenti I fight to die to get a win, and then this is the best that I can do for everything, that for everyone that is watching, and for the betterment of my career. So kati nagenda all out, you go all out. No, you have Udewa. Who have Udewa? Busiro, they give me shot 10. Who is that one? Hey. Then boom, that cover call, that mentality, that top mentality has been in me since. So ndizanya, because nalin bityam, of course, it's a tournament by that time. Go yes. They play the games when there's nothing going on. Tewali DJ Sambi, but tewali chinga gali ko ulira, you know. Yes, yeah, of course. Katinga is the only sporting activity that's going on in the country. Nenzanya, we finished out immediately. I got signed at KCC. Actually, I got at KCC maybe as one of the few players that have played from Masaza, because KCC has a brand, you know, the respect, the moral value and everything, the grading and then the way KCC takes up itself. They feel sometimes it's like, no, Masaza, will you manage really? Those are the questions that come up. But you have to prove a point, Munangi. But it goes back to the other mentality that I told you. Top notch, go all out. Bija kocha, bija kola bija, but stay focused. But the first time when you're doing something, it's when you feel. If you call bulungi, you feel very motivated. If you do it badly, of course, change or coach, but it was a very good one for me. I can't get it right, but it gave me the best motivation that I could have gotten to, so as I get to somewhere else.
Game ya gomba walo moments ezalimu nga omukubavuga kati musambi wa Tasika Kenya kaddu agamba akasajja kanzita bwebo omusambi owulira otyango oli mu kisaawe naye ng'omusambi muna alina obuzibu obwo engeri gyakutunulira muri negative ali mu kukaaba.
Yeah, actually that's the thing I was talking about. When defenders are crying out that they can't hold on, that's the I want to bring the ball even more. Moment here just jukiramu kadu ya yomane coach kichiri kale zijamu ekisaawe ongamba jangu no day nakasajja kajja. But then I think one of there was last season, that's when Kcca also felt who Usama is, who he was in Masaza, when I was put out in the right wing. Yes, nali mukambwe nyo I was super fresh. I was, top notch energies, top notch motivation. You just play, not thinking about anything. Go yagala kusamba busambi mupira. You just want to play the game. Obulira ndibaguleta dio mpira.
Timu ya kutukira UPDF nosobola kubanga bakutukindoza yasewa kutukirira nga Kcca tena kutukirira.
Appreciate you doing well. Nawe kikuzamu amaanyi. Ka thank you kalabanga katiri naye kaina gondi role nene jikazanya mu bulamu obwo. No kumanya nti they're talking about me nicely, I'm doing something. Okay, then that means I have to run these things smoothly like this. Kuvada, even when I was still at St. Mary's Kitende. Actually, there was we had issues with Claire, the daughter of Tumunindo. Nganzi fetu wagira cases. nga fetuwagira Kcca. There is a game that they want to kuba nga okay nga I have that love for the way Kcca plays. You know, it's so soft, and then but of course with business actor. Kero was there, stuff Kiiza ngatinga zivedru mukusomero nga
Julius Poloto.
Top notch, top player. Yes, nga basamba Saddam Juma, top players only. You know, by that time Lukwago, they were all there. Kati ekyande tamu nnyo kubanga njagala because bali balese ali mwerusi ekitende, and he was the goalkeeper ate yalava kibuli ninga ate yaliko mu academy ya Kcca, and then he brings out, you know, omanye byomupiira sometimes it's influence. You can play this, you can do this, they boost you. Then the way he narrates about Kcca, and then you know when sometimes wobera mu kifo oyinza okulaba gwe the human nature, we pick out some most of the times the negatives. Wobera kitene no gamba no, this which is not coming out well because of this, and then omuntu ali mukunyumiza ekintu kyotalabanga nako, but you feel, you know, olira kirungi, but then ogenda okutunulira the way they are playing, because first times when alaba omupiira bashabani nga bali mukuzanya because we were at school. Kcca era yakuba Kcca I mean Vipers yakuba Kcca 3-2 omupiira ogondo Saddam Juma ya missing a penalty yawo kitende nga tuli wali mistance tulawe, but yeah, we were watching, and then you could see it's coming out benchani nga basamba machete bali mukuzanya, then mulaba, yeah, you feel you love everything about it, you know. Yes,
anakutukirira ku timu ya Kcca kuba ndoza ebiseera wagenderawo waliwo omutendesi wa Mike Mutebi yadde si bakwanjula taliwo, ndoza bakwanjula ku bisala bya Molebye Kwaso, omutendesi Molebye Kwaso.
In the first time kati influence ene ya alinga ngambye, he used to tell me no, kati osobola kuno kujja etugenda kuzowe ne tuzowamu. Kati ngagenda gamba waliwo omusajja bali bamita Brazilian awe gundi erugogo. He was a scouting agent in junior teams and stuff. Kati ngamugamba wali musambi abye ekitende asamba bulungi bichi. Then I went to for training. Junior team obaya bali ba conducting ndoza trials out. Then tandiko ku traininga kati coach Mike nandaba nga we were training, and you know, for him agamba oyo aje so koje wano okay. Then I went to him kwiba kuitani, then I talked to him, Usama over chitende kati ozotya wano say no, I love the club, I love everything about it. Agamba kale tomorrow you come and train with the senior team. It's a very big one for me. Abantu basinga babaje abali baze mu junior team bagenze. Then unaliwone there was some Somalian international player yali under 17 tujja to training for some good time with mpola nga to training with the senior team. Nasanga created friends, we were a social person. Sanga Fadiga, of course, he was already my friend at St. Mary's Stende. Brana Hewa, very good people, you know. Charles Wanga, Sanganga, they are very good players, and then very good people. The discipline is very top notch. You know, there's nothing like, you know, kati to training for some good time. Kati echansingo kumbreakinga maybe somehow. Coach Mike mteyangamba kati encha gendo lete national ID yo tugenda kola ku bintu bya documents. Atangambe encha kusawa munana te bamugoba. Kusawa munana ngendo okulaba bagamba from now onwards the manager is not around, but was a meeting out because I was there. Mr. Kadunzi jukira ya jitu zano jiru but I don't know, he doesn't remember this. Na but a meeting and agamba the gaffer is no longer taking charge. Hata ubokola chi nga gaffer ya dagambi oje awoto inachogenda kola. That's from there ata wengenda ate kuba masaza. I had not yet played other stuff. Yes, katata wengamba it's done now here. Ngenda masaza maliriza bwenti. The chairman by that time, Martin Sekaja, nga nonya. Someone may think I'm talking about a spell of many years, but even be happening in 1 year, but in just few months. From here, you're moving here, from here, just the same year. I went to UPDF. Wala waliyo coach Saka Mpima is now the junior team. head coach ku KCC ne coach Kcca, he was the head coach by years. Ate nga njagala nnyo anjitawo wakono omjangu okola ebintu byo because you know even coach Saka then because coach Kcca yali andabyeko before kuba bupulo kuba buno bupiira you know here there kati we namugwiramu ewuwe ku ground ze because he stayed that side of Gangu wansanga nanga ono wakono mutuufu siwa god then he took me out there nentuka kati before because for me I don't do just things okugwa bugwenti far nebuza because I'm not going to play any kind of football anywhere at any other level ngamugana ngitana kujeza nyako because he has been there unders, he has been the senior team, he's now the national team goalkeeper. He can actually give niwabanga simusambi wa maso, he can direct you to how things are
mumbere ntufu.
So I always ask him there's something here even right now that in this hours neno I don't make decisions just for yes I don't niwaba agent wange we don't make things yana agent wange atuwakaka tenambuza na yegwe tetukola kintu kyonna kyonna nga muganda watanasala but this is it's the right way I want things to be done because he will tell me what to do exactly. Kati mukobira mugamba ndi wano QPDF they want to sign me and then they are putting this is the offer they have. Then wagamba kati ate kusoma what there was a lot of things and then it was actually byalimu obudde bungi. Coach Saka oyo yalwana coach Saka mpima nakubira muzeyi wange nakubira ani naja omwana ajje nganjagalira ddala okujja ku UPDF jangu nakubira muzeyi nakubira muganda wange nakubira ani basi nga bateka ku tension lwakuba nti nobuzibu bwaliwo nti waliwo spell ntono. It was we did all the things in a rushy kind of thing nga obulayo lunaku bbiri kocha kagamba oba ngende mbale mugambo muzeyi nto joining team and then we failed out because of time had got enough but I wasn't all that thing I see it's okay yeah it is okay well gamba no don't rush it's okay take your time all will be fine and then I got that deal for KCC and I couldn't stop because I love the team already and then as karate I did to get evident I was supposed to first go to Express
nayo kitugambe
kugenda ku Express before going to KCC kati because at some point the coach the current coach at KCC had not yet known who Usama is and then it was the effort of the chairman because by that time waliwo coach Mole wali bagenda mu omulimu and it was not yet published already ninga kati chairman is pushing for me to be signed as a player of KCC and it's still like you know Kcca lagging behind. Of course the agent has to look for the jobs banonye emirimu anywhere else here there agwa kugondi ku Express
bossa waliwo bossa ndoza biseera ebyo.
I think that's about because if it is a business they talk to the management after the management they go down to the technical team they introduce them to the player so era waliyo CEO ya bali bamitira nayo bali bamita Sekajja they had the same names with Sekajja agamba leo mwana bamaliriza everything they tell me the offer they say tomorrow morning je tugenda kati ngambere ekirawo ngamba naye mukama KCC eneganya washitegera because I love the team because chandi mu before ngamba naye team ekiraikera bikeganya kumacha sawa 3 omezaga agent ankubira simu manager Prosper manager Dennis ankubira simu kumacha ndabe simu ye sawa 3 ninga kacheka kati bwe budde katugende
ogende ku Express
anga yekyasoko kunga mananga maneka sajja gosabirawa chairman angambi tetugenda ku Express jja tugende erugogo tusayininge kati kumacha kati kubanga bya actually bya Express bya afternoon angambi chairman agambi jja tugende kati kumacha tusayininge we are going there tugenda sanga yaba abasigadde netugenda kati adera kembadde nkwerabiza before twasambira interviews twasambira friendly games with the KCC twasamba friendly games with the KCC then the managing committee is taking over because KCC there's a board and then there's a board also that governs the affairs of the stadium video that's headed by Anisha is my CEO and then Mr. Kadu and then the finance katwasamba muko friendly rumo nga webali finance yabagamba manager Kirunga yabagambirawo omwana tumwetaaga Kcca. I think the saga was all that. So I went there and I'm not so new. Bali bandabyeko within the training programs and then the friendlies that we had with them. Then I had signing some time and then
oyingira Kcca ng'omusambi alanokero taliiwo ne bwe wayingira wali ofunye ku buddawo then n'akomawo noza okuva ku Paradu yakomawo ku loan n'atwala ku budde bwo obusinga ku playing obusinga ku kisaawe wabulira tangu omusambi wakayingira league obadde ofunye ku budde ate kati buweddewo.
Okelo is my senior, that's one. Because newe najja Kcca for him, he had left for Paradu, newe yali akomyewo, and then the game gives you time by itself. That's what you have to know. But now, how do you utilize the time? You know? Yeah, I was there in Tanzania, but when he came through, of course, that's respect. That's the respect you have to give. Of course, the coaches have to put it, and then he has to show us what he has gotten from their side, of course. And then he pushed on very well. You have to learn from him what he's doing here, what can I improve. And learning is not about learning only the master things that someone is doing. You can actually look at him and be like, okay, there's some weakness he has here, okay, I can add on this to make a flavor of such and such a thing, you understand? Not to replicate everything to have something of the same kind of, no. So yeah, of course it took time, but of course life has been about proving you have to do this, and the league is not about a young Aloza is going to just come and bump into the league and boom. No, it doesn't happen that way. It takes time. It's a gradual process. You have to learn the ethics, the way the game is played. Because this guy makes the game easy. But it's not easy, bro. It's not easy. You have to put in a lot of discipline, sacrifice, hard work, and then you pray a lot so that things go by your side, you understand? Would you have kusanze ogenda ku utilizing so that you leave a mark.
Season yesooka ku Kcca yali etya gwe ng'omusambi?
Season yesooka nasambako mukaaga kyesitazo akwirabira.
Games mukaaga edakika mukaaga.
6 central midfielder.
Wasamako nga number 6.
Osaga n'okusaga gwe.
Amagambo mulwadde.
Yeah, people are sick because you'll get time. Gwe kyalina okumanya. You'll get time. Obeera ng'oli like assigned with the team. Ojja kufuna obudde niboneekweka emirundi emeka obukozesezza ki. Obudde obwo kinyumanyo bukusange nga bukusanze mu mood yegamba nti no kati bunsanze nesiva mu eno position. Bakategedde. Yes, I played number 3. I played 7, I played 11, I played 10, I played 6 at Kcca. Meandering, finding yourself, finding the best out of you. That's that. That's why it's very better for someone to have a longer contract with the team. Otherwise, you may not end up knowing that you are right-footed. You are an inverted player playing on the right like a winger. Because when you are under cases in a following and Nasambako sat, Nasambako Mukaga, Nasambako 8, Nasambako 10, Fadiga, Nasambako Bidi, a lot of players that have been righty, Nasambako Bidi. And it's not something that you're learning the game. How do I get off this? How do I get off this? Yeah, people will tell you stories and then they'll go, Kakasa. Yes, it's there. But you guys just don't follow up and then get to know how hard it is for someone to master something and then you become that mastered brand into something, Yeah, it's a process, bro. It's a process, and it's not a process of 1 day, 2 weeks. No. Yes, it's not like that. Knowing yourself first and knowing how better you can apply everything, because byobomanyi nga gobimanyi nti osobola bikola but it is not applicable. Kalinga kiyinza okubeera applicable but not as that much efficient to make results for someone. Oyinza okuba nga omanyi okusala but is it necessary?
Challenges sizo wafuna mu first season yo ng'omusambi.
Yes, every player would want to be on the starting line up and playing the games. But of course it hits you up, you're not playing. Oh, I'm not playing. denga buli wembeeraawo nga ndimu eyo modu nga ngikube South Africa nti hello bro sisamba kati nga you know my brother is this kind of person like abeera nga kunafuya but he's telling you the truth. Sisamba nga bakati oyagala kusamba wa you understand ogera kusamba kwani you understand give it time tomanyi mupiira kakkana no uliza noganda omusajja nali kunafuya oba story kinaga nega it's yeah chichitufu the seniors are there, they have to play fast. You are just being involved and then you have to learn fast. When you learn and you master the thing onabeera mu position kigenda kubeera kizibu okujjawo because bakadde nsi begamba akadde Usama kale wakiri ajje Usama kale okitegera nimwobeera because you've tried to put up the performance and which is better but kiva mu kiri kyewayitamu. Yes, kiva mu kiri kyewayitamu and then of course not stopping to learn obutediriza kuyiga oyinza okunyiga nagamba nze tebamba mupiira no resigning. One thing with me there was it's better to do something and then there's an additional value that you're making in performance, in visibility, because agamba gwasamba omupiira nga teweyongera ko oli kuki and then some teams don't give time like that. No, top teams igero labekire ekitende tebakuwa budde. You're not giving out things to be there. Kcca, you're not giving out things to be there. No, you leave. Yeah. And then inoko adjusting obutabira mu mbeera yakubeera nga you know you're there, you're like hiding out yourself, you're feeling bad about yourself because the game treats you bad if you can't, because ekisooka you may be knowing how to play but will you withstand the pressure. Kibasooka n'okubuuza wali eri with those big teams when you're going somewhere like okay, talent top notch, you have the best, you can do everything, but will you manage the pressure? Will you hold the pressure of such a big club? Yes, kibasooka n'okulaba. So if you can do that, then things will be okay. Things will be just adding a value. You sikulabanga you're not adding up. Ulikade goli, you know. Of course.
Towayo, ulikade towayo.
Use the mind first. Have to be strong here. Pira gukutta obwongo. No banga atasamba ngako mupira. Someone may find a way. No mza wabeera tamu eno team. You know, and people talk with other things like nabeera tamu eno team. Tazakola kinenga bambi. Musajja watu obwongo bwafadda. Alaba olumu bamuleeta mu buleesi, olumu tebamuwaamu, olumu tebakola bati okubeera ng'oli strong. Ne kati kikuzaayo wali nti baba bakuleeseemu otekawo embeera onatandika ndi bench material ozzeemu otekawo embeera ankolwana oluddako bakola ekibakutandiseemu okitegeera kati bwe kikubeeramu mentality eri gye nasoose okugambako either win, go all out, kitandika okuzimbibwamu and then you're giving out in and out, game in, game out, you know, and then things go on well for you. Yeah.
Oze ku national team kigendererwa kya buli muntu yenna n'omusambi w'omupiira ani yakubira essimu?
National team first time yange ku national team twagenda wa actually nagenda ku senior team nga sina nagenda ku junior team and nagenda coach Mole yantala ku national team. Actually it was the first time twagenda. Manager Mtakabala ankubira essimu. What? We are going for the Zari 2 games. Zari actually international friendlies. We are playing Mali ne Zambia. Tugenda ku national team. It's one of the best feelings that you ever have, like a player representing out of the 46 million. Because now that's what quit. Uncle told us jam. Now that's what quit. Everyone, okay, yeah? Of course they look at how he perform. Because twalikuwa ne coach Micho alikuwa nga azokuita ngoli masaza. Yes, so everyone is eligible.
Coach put achikola kati.
As long as you're a football player and you're Ugandan, you're eligible.
In fact, ndoza yaita ni Bruno Bunyaga ngali ku masaza.
So everyone is eligible. And then when you reflect wakubanti to olumuda tofumentiriza newo ogamba mubonna abali eligible sebo banjise. Yeah, so you have to olwakuba byokusaaga we take light things bichi tuba tubyogera ko bogezi, but it's something huge. Gwokibeeramu ng'okinyooma but ali ebweru bwakiraba, it's something huge for him. Agamba kale singa nkola ki mbeerawo. So sometime waliwo kagondi nakola nali nkola IT canvas waliwo ogenda ku pages ezimu waliwo bagamba nti no view as you are not the owner, waliwo kwa viewinga kati njagala okireflecting okitunulemu nti okitunulemu singa mbadde siri wano nali badde nkiraba ntya, nali badde ngamba kati singa wendi ne kati wendi mpulira ekitegedde ne kasooberamu kali ka view noga kati golowooza abali mu gundi eno kufumintiriza okwo, kirungi nnyo okufumintiriza, kikuwa embeera entuufu eyokuteekawo performance n'oluddako kagire kankole era kati banyingizaamu because nasooka nembeera ku game ya Mali ndaba abasajja nga yes otunula bwoti because nze ndi inquisitive mbeera nebuuzabuuza nyo kati yakola kyekyo akusamba biki lwaki akola bwatyo. You ask yourself those questions now together, then you learn a lot from it. Kuingizamu and then you playing okay acha kusamba kaja kusamba the small one, I'm small like this but kaja kusamba kaja kujira, then the second game minutes are adding up, then you're doing well. It's one of the best feelings that you ever have as a player to represent your country, the national team. Ntabeera gyabadde nga ayagala kufuna national team call up, so it's I don't sijitwala nga kyakuzanya.
Biki byokoze ku Kcca memorable moments zofunye ku Kcca ng'omusambi?
One of the greatest is actually, it appears to me and it will live with me, scoring 2 goals at St. Mary's Kitende mu CAF Confederation nga tuzanya Abu Salim. Then the other one which is so fresh is Nambole. Mr.
Vida.
Yes, one of the great games that we had. Very good two teams playing quality football. Wegwa kutambula bwe gutyo no. Sometimes omunyumirwa no nali bwero laba. Ogamba yes, it's coming up,
Nga tonayingira league eyo waba abasambi betwegomba mu league.
Before era nga nkyalina ku ssomero nali njagala nnyo Muhammad Shaban. There's a kind of way I don't want to take things soft. He's small, but the mentality top notch. Okategedde. Very small, very what, but omulaba actually abantu abalala bagamba Shaban ayina empisi embi, but omusembera gw'omanya kikyali. And niwe twali kati for me it was very good to share dressing room with him nga tuzanya fenna. It was very good for me. Ngolabira ddala is aina mentality y'obuwanguzi kati yeri mentality gyenkuzaayo eri gye twali nayo I don't know wana yagicha kitenda I don't know, but he dies. Naye twali wano nga tuli mu scandal nga for him tutebe Usama tugende tutebe goal. One of the things that I remember wetwajjayo mpira gwa 4-3 against Express 3-1 down. Usama kimanyi tugende tutebe tugende tukwata solo counter y'abantu babiri against 4. If you can remember wankuluko kwao nitubakwata na walula abasajja nga fe kyekyo twagala tugende bajja kuko ekitegera. So I love that mentality, that undying, the heart doesn't die even gumala kugwa, I loved that a lot about him. And then of course the other ones also, they are good ones. Junior Sentamu, very good one, technically very good player. Alan Okello, very good players. There are a lot of course, I'm this kind of person that respects and appreciates talents. They are very good. Travis Mutiaba, they are very good players. Yes, there are a lot of players. Niwe babaka si kibi kwagala babaka. Si kibi ngoyagala hari didwa they are very good ones. Gavin Kizito, very good players. Kenneth Semakula, the opponent wange, but very good players. I can mention a lot, but of course most guys that have consistently done things at the top level, you have to respect. Milton Kalisa, Elisa Sechisambu, Davis Kasiri, Kezuroni, Waiswa Moses, I think when I'm mentioning such names you understand where this is great football, it's lying in there. Mike Serumaga, top Ibuchi Salita. So there are a lot of technically good players that have been there and have existed, and I've maybe watched them play, and then it's really nice to replicate and love what they do, and then you get moving.
Coach Rolani aje Uganda akusiima ng'omusambi.
It's one of the I've told you before nti omuntu okwa appreciating what you do, it gives you a very big boost ku bintu byoba okola. Nagamba, I think I can do this. The first time that I met him, he was not even he wasn't yet the head coach of Sundowns, but he appreciated and he said, you are very good and I think you have more to do, and then you have to work on yourself to get better. You can play the game and then do things. So it's one of the things that have happened to me, and I always reflect on it and I know if his eye saw that I can Katatiru, it's in my hands to do and then work hard and then get to what I'm supposed to achieve. You stay in line and then do things right. Yeah, it's one person that is a call away and then ask him, hey, how is this going, and then how can I do this, and he gives in a help, and then Coach Themba also, they came too, and then it has been always still intact and then doing well.
Yawo wenyini Coach Rolani akuyise simanyi oba yakuyita ku Wydad, experience ya ku Wydad ogenze for trials, then ne bitayita mulungi n'okomawo, taga tubude ku experience eyo.
Wydad Casablanca, okay. First time era before he switched, Coach Rolani is switching up from Sundowns to Wydad Casablanca, and then we talked. It's the same thing that I told you about. You may be knowing how to play the game, but will you manage the pressure? You understand? That's actually the first question they asked me. I know you, my son. You can play the game. Will you manage the pressure? I said, and then the answer, the answer I gave him. At high levels, it's where pressure lies. If you can't actually hold on to pressure, don't dream about playing high levels football. So I have to attest and then have to play with the pressure that is there. I have to do with everything with the pressure that is there. Now it's a statement, this boy, really? Okay, I'm confident about this. I know you can. I'm actually it's super to hear this from you. Like you aren't afraid of the pressure. You handle it. Okay. Then he put in the assessment. The management wanted to assess me, and then I had to fly to Casablanca. Started training, had friendlies, had training, and then things were getting up. Yeah, Kcca, you're doing great. Then I had a few friendly games that I had to do so that I get implicated into the team. Yeah, but unfortunately, in a one friendly before the management seeing how I'm performing, it's when I got injured. Yeah, and I got injured in friendly Getazanya before the major friendly. It was so tough. And he thought, and it was going on well. It was a league team we're playing, but going on well. And then, of course, for him, he went out and made like, okay, tomorrow we are going for the other friendly. Coach, I'm not feeling well. I told him straight, because I have to go to the hospital, and then they check me. My ligament had got a tear. So before signing, and then you have an injury, and then the major aim was the management to see you. There's no way they could keep you around. So he was like, Usama, what am I going to do? I cannot tell these people to sign you before seeing you. They haven't seen you play. I'm just coming to the team. It drains, it kills the mind. It kills the mind. You're coming back injured, you're watching Kcca players play. And then you had gone into the money bracket and then the football development kind of way. And then you had started loving the team. And then the teammates there, because if the game is neutral and the game is always good. If your game is G, if your game is good really, you can't fail to associate with it. the players love me. We're in good terms. The coaches around. Everything is going on well, and then, boom, that's what happened. Yeah, it can happen to any other person, but it killed my mind. And then he told me, you have to go back home. You have the family support. You have everything, so that you get back to normal. You still have the game in you.
But then tuwabaddewo playing time y'amaanyi balesebwa abaana abo abalala balinga abasamba.
Yeah, it kills you, honestly. Kirabika cases ensoko nyingi okuba nga nze okuba ngidizeeyo ku ssente ndowooza because but honestly it is injury yankola bubi nnyo for those people that knew. Nakomawo n'ekisement but again wenatuuka wano cases nga tekkiriza negamba no, you have to analyze tulabe ekirala ne baddamu ne tukisumulula ate tulaba nga kituufu ligament era kyali ki and there's no surgery. Terina kola surgery kuyo oyina gireka ekulire mu line gye yalimu si gumba nti obali gize bagenda kugira no yali ligament nga onagamba ligament ekutuse oyina giwa budde ewone ekule yokka so you don't have to train, you don't have to put pressure. Hey, that is the worst moment that I've had in football. Hey, I've changed numbers. You looked for me and you couldn't find me. Oh, Jackie Simu, you Mugana nanonya kuno nanonya kalaga, but which phone are you using exactly? Nkunonya sikola. You don't want to see people ogina nambole and then people were playing the World Cup qualifiers. Yes. Playing teams and then buligwa sanga nga yali akolabyeko nga oli top we nambole. You're supposed to be here. What the pressure then. Kamba no. It kills. So I went off totally, but then Nechi Nkola Mountain, crashing because I had given a time frame, and I'm so sorry to the medics. I'd been given a time frame of coming back actually in the second round. No, you don't have to. You don't have. Of course, science does not lie. Kati when pulidanga ali fresh before volaba bikulia, of course bikocha Usama tochasobola but kituufu ninga wewe moments zotunda noga na Usama nedda olimbyemu wano okitegera nga yes you're fighting to get back the form. Of course omwagizi yetu omugamba
ngala kumanya kulaba mu kisaawa olina okuperforming
oli mu kisaawa zokusaba yes ninga tamanyi the secret behind but it kills you. But it was the time I gave myself nengamba nedda bigenda kunjocha but kamberemu nga nonya form other than okujja actually nga natandika mu second round okusama emipiira okategedde kati nga mu second round wenna okutandika ate ntandika okunonya form nekati kiba beta nti naginoonya wali mugiri emipiira yes nga ki but I could hold the pressure oja kwogera as in ngochali mulamu you haven't this normal dying of someone is dead, but this dying of freezing everything of yourself, the mind doesn't work anymore. And of course if the mind doesn't work there's no system that can support you to do the things right. Osiba go kwambuka osiba go gulia otoduka nga there's a comment I read somewhere isa moduka nga ayitise kasementi. But they don't know where do they get the knowledge of football. They don't know. But it is a process that takes you. It has to be a gradual process for you to get better. Ninga osanga abali mu football understanding. They understand like ochalimu obukosefu. But of course it's if doing something that tochevu manyu obochi manyita no, it's just a time being, it's going to get off.
Okivaamu otyango omusambi
okukivaamu I appreciate my girlfriend was there for me so much so much. You can just look at this and then deviating a lot of things from you obirowooza okubutukuba nga tobiteeka nnyo ku mupiira for some time. But I think the other thing we dwell so much into our footballers. We have even the surrounding we live is football. Sometimes chikukiringa nnyo, you see your friends playing and then doing this, but go out adventure things ebirala bikunyumira obulamu bututeko somewhere else, you're looking at something different somewhere somehow kikuvaamuko katini. And of course nechinjigiriza to take other things of strengthening okubeera nga or looking at the other physical part of the game, okubeera nga strengthening nnyo, okubeera ogendako mu gym a little bit to okubeera nga ebinywa bibeera stiff, okubeera nga bibeera strong a little bit, and then having friends around you that are positive, and then kyanyamba nnyo okubeera nga nalina my family, my friends abaliwo abali positive about it. It's not yet over, you still have the time there.
Emyaka 5 okuva kati welabawa Arafat Usama.
Striving for the better and the best out of the game. The game, elevating to the game where I told you the game moves you, and what moves the game is how you perform. How katwale nnyo kaja kuyama ne mubyokola. The job moves you, but according to how you do it, it will move you somewhere. Nga nkulaba ku super sport, you understand? Yes, omulimu gukutambuza, but how you're doing it, it has moved you. Yes, exactly.
Success eno wabaawo ebintu bingi ebikupushinga naddala abantu oba abantu bangi bakupushinga.
But of course, if I'm to talk about someone that has motivated me more, I cannot leave Watenga out, because if I've had time to get money from and eat from his money from football, then it motivates me like so kufuna kino nekino, and the things that he has done, I don't want to mention. He's that kind of person who doesn't want to mention things he has done. Kuyenga yebi mukoledde omupiira obitunulako gwe byobamanyi abantu bye batamanyi bo babeere but bye batamanyi what he has done, what he has reached on, bikumotivating agamba omupiira gusobola nange okumpa ekintu bwe kiti, gusobola okugira ennyumba bweti nenkola bwenti, a lot of things. That's it for me.
You chose Bugisu Progibis kuba tumanya abantu abata olona bave Bugisu nga tebasamira Bugisu, abamu basambira Kampala, abantu basambira Buganda.
It's the best feeling is ugwenge wamwe bakwagala. Okitegeera gwe so kuyo abantu bajja kujeno banjagale nenge wange tewaffe tebanjagala amanyi kiba kitegeeza. I'm feeling better nga waka banjagala wengende mbale Usama it's better, it's very good. Drum. Shout outs to the FIFA president for initiating the drum stuff. Chiretamu nnyo a lot of let's go back home and we motivate those that have been there. Na ngenze waka nesambira mu stadium abantu bena kaloke bona bajjanti bazi omwana waffe abadde wanene. It's one of the nze kichimba njagala mu mutima era numbira wagubira ogenda bakubira waka ogenda kujja tujja tukulabe era kulaba sajja balese bulina jana naingira mu kisawe. And for me, when the games are done, I stayed there because those are my people. Abantu be waka birawo nze akamusajja nagamba nze nzize kulaba nze nsibye weduka lyange sebo nzize kukulaba osamye ompira bwini. That's you extending joy and happiness and inspiring. Oyina kuletera omwana we nagamba omwana yakusama mpira naye akwagala kulaba ku TV. That's it for me. Nze mukusookera ddala kyekyo, money will come. Okay, but kusookera ddala enjoy nga I've played the game and then someone is yali awo musanyufu.
Second round egenda kuddamu eddamu za week ejja 12th mujja kuba musamba timu ya NEC nga mugikyalidde. Expectations zamwe ziri ki nga team?
At Kcca, it is win after win. We don't go into any other game tulina doubts of we will not. No. Determinations are always high. The goals are always set high to make sure that we reach the possible maximum way of living of playing the game. We don't just do katika tugeza sambeko aneda tusama mpira kuwangula. That's it. And then everyone positive about it. Tuina kubeera mu ekyo. If the team is like that, that is the setup of a big team. Oyina kukola bwe batyo. That's how it is done at top level. Yes.
Kuba basambi bangi nnyo abali eyo abagala okubeera nga gwe ng'omusambi.
Yes, one of if you're a young player, very young, 6, 7, 8 years, yes, you're playing football, go play football anytime you get chance. Wa mama aganye ngegendo samo mpira. Go funira omukisa ndogera akusama mpira genda anytime you feel like you want to play the game, go play yourself out. and when you're playing so kati oluvanyuma, because when they're still young, just let them play the game. Obudde bunatuuka nateeka okutegeera ati bizza omuzigo biritaka sente, you learn the game more, you know. But for now, if you're still young, just play the game. Basale oyagala basale bonna oyagala ku kisaawe wamma okitegeera basale oyagala kwata goal ogenda mu goal okwate, then they know how will come, you know. Of course academies are here, the junior teams are here, they will help them and then structure them into the positions, and then they start learning ndiye wano sisalirawo wano siko, but technically ng'abadde ajja akiika.
Kino kyekisembayo musambi ki naddala defender ayala kusingidde yakuwenye challenge wano mu league yaffe ne mu international games z'osambye naddala ku Cranes?
International games, I don't even recall the player, but he was a left back of Mali. Yali tough, top player. He was in I think he's in Lyon, I don't know, he's in Lyon. Yeah, he was a very good one. And then the Senegal team we played, very tough one to Ali Odeng, very tough one there to kubaitako with everything that you can try, speed, what energies, the high, the top speed, top everything, top understanding of the game, top talent and stuff like that. Yeah, sure.
Uganda.
Yeah, Uganda, they are quite good players. They are quite good players. Mustafa Kiiza, Gavin Mchizito. They are good defenders that have nemesis.